What's going on, guys? Welcome to our newest project. We're calling it our 16th Street project, which is going to be master bathroom renovation and then new flooring and baseboard throughout the house, along with some painting. So let's flip you around and get into it. We have the master shower right here that's been all torn apart. It was a tub shower before, and we're going to be converting it just to a shower. We've got this bench over here on the backside that looks like we're just going to be deleting it. We'll have a pony wall that will come out right here, about 18 inches, and there's some specific modifications we're going to do to it for the customer, but this is essentially what we're getting into. So we'll set new valve, shower head, make sure that everything's blocked correctly, all that good stuff. So for this shower, or for this house, it is a post-tension slab. Now what that means is when they laid the concrete, they ran cables through it and they put them under tension, so it helps hold that concrete together. Now it's supposed to make it stronger, but from my experience, it seems in Arizona when we're building on slabs, I don't know why we're doing it, because it makes remodels more complicated, because if we cut one of those cords, then we have a lot of problems. That's why we're calling in a GPR company, or ground penetrating radar company, to come out and figure out, all right, where are those cables running underground? Because obviously we can't see them here, but they'll essentially be able to scan the concrete, lay out for us, oh, here's where everything's at, and then we'll go from there. So once we get that laid out, we'll be able to depress the slab and make it a zero-step shower in the long run. So on top of that, we've got floors that are going in. Floors have been demoed out. And then the other thing that we're gonna be doing is, for this doorway I just walked through, we're gonna be making this doorway wider. The customer here wanted it to be easier to access, especially for just mobility reasons, stuff like that. So we're gonna be making that a 39-inch doorway. And then I'm gonna step back a little further. This little bump out right here, next to our job site rules, we're gonna wrap in some decorative trim to make it kind of match a lot more with the door that we have there. So we're gonna be getting all of that done. And then we've got carpet going in the upstairs. We've got tile going in the downstairs. And the cool part is we're gonna be doing a large format tile, and it's not gonna be staggered. So usually when you see tile, it's offset, so it might be brick style, which means it's like 50%. Sometimes we do thirds, quarters, whatever. This is gonna be the 2-foot by 4-foot tiles, and they're gonna be run to where we need to get our lines dead on straight, because those lines are gonna be running all the way through the house. They're stacked right beside each other. So we're keeping our grout joint super tight. Detail is gonna be really important on all of this. And then after that, we'll come in, put baseboard in, and we will paint the entire house. So on the stairs, upstairs, I forget if I mentioned, but we're gonna be doing carpet. I'm not really gonna take you guys upstairs because it's just essentially the plywood subfloor, but that's what we're getting into. So we'll have an update for you guys here soon with what we've got going on with the GPR, with the bathroom for plumbing, all that good stuff, framing, those different things. So hang around and we'll get you going here in just a second. What's going on, guys? Want to give you an update over on our 16th Street project. So we've got everything roughed in, well, not roughed in, we've got everything framed in for the shower. We're getting ready for plumbing rough in. Now, this is a post-tension slab house. And I forget if we talked about that earlier in the video, forgive me, whatever, we're gonna move on. Anyways, come on over. This is what a post-tension cable looks like right here. So we've got it exposed. So usually you can't cut, core, or drill into a post-tension slab. And that's because they don't want you to hit those cables, break them. They're under 33,000 PSI, and that can be harmful for the house. You can pop out the plate that is in the stem wall. And if you're trying to do a zero-step shower this close to an exterior wall, you can actually have that plate pop up and whack who's ever in the room, and they're gonna have a very, very, very bad day. So what do? Well, we have a GPR company come out, ground penetrating radar company, and they're gonna mark out for us on the floor. So we've got these red marks here, here, and then in different spots throughout the house, because they can show us where everything's at. Then we have a specialty demo company come in and depress this slab down to where we need it. Now, the part that I skipped over is when the GPR company is coming out to do it, there are some people that can just show you where they are. The people that we partnered with, they can show you how deep those cables are. The slab for, we're getting real nerdy here, so enjoy. The slabs for a post-tension slab is going to be thicker than your typical 4-inch slab that might have rebar in it. So these cables, we're able to scan and say they're 3.8 inches down, which means that we can remove a top layer. So we're going to do a different system with this shower. It's called the, I think it's the Schluter-Curdy system. So we don't need to go down as far as we typically would if we're doing deck mud, a pan liner, all that good stuff. So we're using a combination of a couple techniques here that's going to allow us to do this, this zero-step shower in a post-tension slab. So we also got pretty lucky that our vent is over here and not in this exterior wall. We learned some of this along the way, so catching you guys up. We're going to be able to tie in our drain over here, put the drain right here in the center. We'll be able to do our shower surround. Everything will be fine for the post-tension slab. We've got no consequences. We'll do some concrete put back in here to make sure everything's good to go. But that's what we'll be able to do. And then for our framing, we'll see, holy crap, Batman, we just put a ton of wood in here. This is, and I forget if we mentioned this, we're trying to make this very accessible for the client who's in here. So they are looking to have a grab bar in here. So we blocked this whole thing out. So no matter where we put that grab bar, if it's at an angle, if it's straight, whatever, we're hitting solid wood. Now, this guy, you might notice, a lot of times your pony walls, when you're setting them on there, they can shake a little bit. And we do things with how we'll double up on our studs and how we kind of have it right here to stiffen everything up. But since we didn't have a large addition that we were doing for our pony wall, and we're doing our niche on this side, which I'll have Ethan swing around and show you before we get out of here, but is we wanted to make sure that we have this anchor board so that it locks everything in, so now it's not going to move. We framed the wall with nails, but we use screws here. We don't want there to be any loosening over 10 years, 20 years, whatever. We want this to be able to last for a lifetime. So we've got our pressure treated down on the bottom. We just pressure treated here just because we had some left over, all that good stuff. So we're planning on putting our valve a little bit higher over here because they want to be able to obviously have accessibility for if it's a chair, if it's a chair or something like that in this area. So we'll have the valve up here. You can come turn this on. We'll have the main head, and then we'll also have a handheld. So if there's any assistance that's needed, they can use the handheld and not be getting rained on from the main shower head. And then we put blocking in, and this is going to be, I believe, I wanted to notate this, it's going to be like 34 inches to center of those guys. We went a little lower just because where this block is. And so it's, if they ever want to put grab bars in, they have that here as well. So that's going to go away. That's going to get capped off. I'll have Ethan swing around and show you guys the niche as I step out of here. And then we'll go into the main part of the house to look at everything that's going on over there. So right now, we've got flooring that just went in. We've got our tools that we're going to be getting out of here. We put ram board down on the new flooring, and then we put plywood down because we don't have a dumpster that's accessible. This is a townhome unit, so we're going to have to do trash in pickups. So that's why we're making sure any debris is going on plywood, which is on top of ram board, which is thicker than X board. So if you've been following the channel, you know I nerd out on this and all that good stuff. So our debris is not going to damage the beautiful floor that we have underneath. And I forget if I showed you guys that in our video or not yet, but we'll have you guys come on out here. We've got carpet that will go up the stairs. We'll show you that later. We've got everything that's been moved since the flooring guys were finishing, but I'll have the camera and Ethan take a look over here. We've got, this is a stacked layout. So there's no offset where there's no grout joint in the middle. Everything is nice and stacked. Everything is super straight. They're large format 2 foot by 4 foot tiles. So we're super happy about it. The next step for us is going to be to get the plumber in here, and then we've got baseboard guys coming in to do a first phase on everything. Plumber will do his thing. We'll get the shower guys in here, and then we'll keep this thing rolling, moving toward completion. So yeah, we'll be back here in a second. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the end of our post-tension project, our 16th Street project. I honestly forget what we've been calling it on this one. I think it's 16th Street. Anyways, we have a zero-step shower where a tub shower used to be. So I think we talked about this already. We did a handheld off to the side over here on a slide bar. The person who's going to be living here has some mobility things that we're trying to accommodate for, so it allows for a little bit ease of showering in here. So I'll have Esther step in and show you guys around in the shower surround, and then also in the niche in our pony wall over there. So we're able to build it in over there, do a glass partition right here, and then we didn't do a shower door, and I'll have you step back over here because I probably look like I have a halo over my head. We didn't do a shower door at the homeowner's request, so that's been left off for the time being. We've got our new towel bar in, we've got our grab bar, once again, for mobility, things like that. New vanity countertop, faucet, the mirror is on its way in, but it's supposed to be delivering in a couple hours. But we're gonna move on with the rest of our tour. We did all new flooring throughout, and I think we showed you guys that already. The large 2-foot by 4-foot large floor mat. This is the new door that we put in. It's a little bit of a different style than the ones that are already existing in the home. And we got this okayed by the homeowner before we just went all cowboy on it. But this is a solid core door that is 39 inches to make sure that there's plenty of access and it's super easy to get through this opening right here. So, and then we trimmed out this opening so that it matches the door casings and the door trim everywhere else in the house. And then as you can see, we've got that flooring all throughout. Carpet that goes upstairs and it goes all throughout. You'll have to trust us that it's all there, but there it is. And then we did a whole new repaint on the entire house, upstairs, downstairs, all that good stuff. So we did a new baseboard. We've got a kind of pretty cool baseboard detail, so I'll have Esther kind of zoom in on the baseboard down there. So it's, if we go down real low so they can see the line in it, that's actually one piece of baseboard right there. It's not two that are stacked on top of each other, anything like that. And then I know we're gonna be staring at the light over here. Did new, not sconces, pendants, there we go, for this area, and then we did a new chandelier right here. And this is our very snazzy table. Homeowners are coming in today and they didn't have any of their furniture, so we want to make sure they could sit and eat somewhere. But we're super happy to be at the end of this project. Everything turned out really well. We're super happy to be able to say that now we can do the post-tension remodels, and there aren't a lot of people in Arizona that are doing that right now. So huge thanks to the entire team that made it possible. It was a big, there was a lot of work from the post-tension guys to how we even built the shower afterward, all that good stuff. So that's all we got for right now. We will see you guys on the next project.